Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9 p.m. You are watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. President Gile outlined an action plan against the progress of crisis. And on the international scene, election of president, there were promise more fairness against Poland. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, held an emergency meeting on the confronting the rise in price of a basic food product. The purpose of the meeting was the implementation of a national action plan to protect the country's weak effect from Russian war and of Ukraine. The meeting decided to control the wisdom, protect the public economic weight and influence on food and fuel overview prices. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, also promised that the government to supply food and food donation to low households family were present in the meeting. In the meeting room, the Prime Minister Abdulqadir Kamil Mohammed, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, and the Minister of Budget Ismail Ibrahim Roble, the Minister of Trade and Tourism Mohamed Warsam Dirie, the Minister of Energy and Natural Resources Yunisa Ali Kedi, the Minister of Social Affairs Ms. Ulufa Ismail Abdu, the General Security of the President Mohammed Abdullahi Waisa. Other news now. His Excellency the Prime Minister Abdulqadir Kamil Mohammed received a high-level delegation. The French delegation, headed by the French Senator Mr. Olivier Gad. The French delegation include the ambassador of France in Djibouti and the political advisor to the French embassy. At the outset of the meeting, the Prime Minister Abdulqadir Kamil Mohammed welcomed the French delegation in Djibouti. The two sides discussed a number of files of common interest, especially the distinguished relation that exists between the two friendly countries and people, and ways and means to enhance them to broader and more welcoming horizons. In his intervention, he indicated the senator that this visit to Djibouti was the second of its kind, he said, praising the progress made in Djibouti. He also noted that Djibouti and France have a distinguished relation and cooperation since time's immersion. The Minister of Budget, Mr. Usman Ibrahim Roble, received today in his office on a goodwill visit the new representative of the United Nations Development Program in Djibouti, Ms. Emma. During this meeting, the two parties discussed a number of files of common interest, especially ways to enhance and ways to expand the scope of partnership in order to aim the project at combating the unemployment. In this regard, the minister clarified that the United Nations Development Program is a key partner in the effort to aim at promoting sustainable development in the country. For her part, the new representative of the United Nations Development Program praised the effort of the Minister of Budget aim at the strengthening of existing partnership between the two countries, stressing the program is a commitment to keep pace with the project listed on the ministry's agenda. The Minister of Labor in charge of the labor, the social protection, Mr. Umar Abdi, shared this morning a training closing ceremony presented by the National Institute of Public Administration for the benefit of a person with disabilities. The ceremony was attended by the Director General of the National Institute of Public Administration and Mr. Sharmake Idris. During this provide by the National Institute of Public Administration, this meeting aimed to train the people with special need on the new information and communication technologies to facilitate their daily lives and allow them to work in good condition. For his part, the Director General of the National Agency for People with Disabilities expressed his pleasure to organize these training courses for the benefit of people with disabilities, thanking the Institute, its employees, and the Ministry of Labor for supporting the disabled person to integrate people with special need into the society. He concluded. For his part, the Minister of Labor and Social Affairs, Mr. Umar Abdi, spoke on the benefit of the training. He said that this training provided by the National Institute of Public Administration aim to train people with special need on new information and communication, but also technologies to facilitate them their daily lives and allow them to work in a good condition. As part of the structure of a power building technology training project, the National Individual Public Industry, in collaboration with the ENAP, National Administrative Institute, government recognitions about excellent training on project management program and current evaluations. The ceremony was attended by the Minister of Labor and personalities of the director of INAP institution, the CLE center director, directly the kindly director of this meeting. Within the framework of the International Women's Day, the Minister of Women and Family and the National Union of Djibouti Women, in cooperation with the administrations of the Gabot Center prisons, organized an event dedicated to distributing supplies and equipment for the benefit of female prisoners in prison. On this occasion, the Minister of Women and Family, Ms. Muna Osman Aden, Vice President of the National Union of Djiboutian Women and Director General of Gabot Central Prison, Colonel Mohammed, and Ms. Hasna Ahmed Bilil, in addition to other guests preside over the occasion. This initiative came within the framework of the effort of the Ministry of Women and Family to enhance and upgrade the living condition of Djiboutian women, especially female in prison. During this occasion, the Minister and the delegation accompanying her conduct inspection tour of the various prison facilities designed for the women. During her intervention, the Minister of Women, Ms. Muna Osman Aden, spoke about Women's International Day celebrations and women to welcome in prisons. She said that this initiative came within the framework of the effort of the Ministry of Women and the Family to enhance and upgrade the living condition of the Djiboutian women, especially female in prison. She concluded. As part of the Women's Week celebration on 8 March, the Djibouti Tennis Relation in collaboration with the Iskaya schools organized a Women's Attention Summer celebration. It was the ceremony for General Secretary. Were present in this ceremony General Secretary Ms. Khadija Ibrahim Idris, and the Secretary General for the Ministry of Women and Family Affairs, Nisa Hassan Badon, Director of the SKY Schools, but also the tennis relation chairman, Suge Ibrahim. She said the problems of tennis is Djiboutian women is also mentioned that the tennis center is always open to all females and all women. At the end of the ceremony, that they distribute to the Djiboutian tennis competition in Djibouti, providing equipment, including equipment for participants. As a part of his visit to the Republic of Djibouti, Director of Islamic University, Imam Mohammed bin Saudi bin Salim visit Islamic Institute in Djibouti. This visit uh, is aim to explain the institutional educational system established in 1981 because of the communication and good relationship between the two brotherly countries. The official visit, the Mercury section said after hearing a report from the minerals manager about his rules and most important things he did during his time. But he listened also to the teachers and students at the institute who watch the activities of education currently and their goals. On the other hand, the president of Islamic University, Imam Mohammed bin Saud, and also he speaks about the improvement of the institutional education system related to the Saudi kingdom. In his intervention, the director of Al Imam Islamic University, Mohammed bin Saudi, Dr. Ahmed bin Salim, explained the importance of the institution for the training of law and scientists students who serves a special service for their community and is Muslims in African. He emphasized the purpose of the Institute for the teaching of Arabic and Islamic science and tolerance that Islamic has brought to the world and to train students who are knowledgeable and serve in the community. A delegation from the Independent Commissioner Committee, led by the Deputy Governor of the CERE region in Arta province, Saad Ibrahim Dir, took over these goals. The art delegation arrived in Arta region. The governor, Mr. Mohammed Sheikh Hassan, at the end of the meeting, the governor of the region, Mohammed Sheikh Hassan, spoke about the things that are necessary for the smooth running of the election of the regional governor. And he says that all is ready for the region to vote on the election day on success. The vote in Arta is 10,861 voters with 70 with the 27 votes. As part in the preparation for the district and regional election on Friday, the Independence Election Committee has prepared the government of the country. In all, the delegation of the Independent Election Committee is led by the Vice President of the Regional Election Committee and Dikhil, Mr. Farah Douali. The delegation from Dikhil region was arrived where they were welcomed by the Dikhil Governor Adan Musa Darar, the CRE Vice Chairman, and his team visit all the voting boxes for the next day voting. At the end of the meeting, the Dakhel regional authorities describe the essential for the importance of the election vote. Dakhel Vice Chairman visit voting preparation procedures to be effectively so that voting day happens. Dakhel region is reporting that voting materials will be published in the shoot to be elected tomorrow, which will contain a part in the region which will take place in Dakhel region, such as Dakhel city, Mulud, Asaila, Yubaki. The register in this state of nearly two 22,823 percent of voters at the voting officials, while 62 are in this region of Dakhel. As part of district and regional election of Djibouti, preparation is being prepared for a tomorrow voting date. Voting boxes have been sent to various voting centers in the East. Friday's voting and the voting boxes are experienced by the city of presidential and his vice president. Halim Hassan and other officials. It is noteworthy that in the capital consists of 6 arrondissements with 37 votes and 305 office which Djiboutian votes for their representatives. Still, as part of the preparation for voting at the district and regional election will be take place on the next Friday. Tajora region has seen also with the Tajura region with Hassan Dabale prefecture received the governor of the region, and the number of voters in Tajura is 18,456 votes, including 10 in Tajura city. The prefect Hassan Dabale claimed that the activities were prepared for the voting day, which he also mentioned that voters went to their choose and registered in their respective city. In Obokh now, as part of the preparation for the election to take place on Friday, Obokh Governor Abdul Malik Mohammed Benoita and the delegation from this region vote in all regional of Obokh region have arrived, and they're being distributed to the prepare for the vote of this region, and the election of will have taken place in Tajura region and was in a security manner, The forces have been involved. Voting is 11,462 with 35 votes, including 11 votes in Obo City. The Prefect Abdul Malik Mohammed Benoita determined that all victory day conditions must be observed for the success. He also noted that voters must register at the register office to perform their civic duties. Now moving on to the international scenes, Ukraine's foreign minister said that his country has not made any progress and ceasefire in this country during the talks that gathered a short while ago, and his Russian counterpart in the southern Turkish city of the city. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.